For most retailers, prospecting for new business is the last thing on their to-do list. In fact, I've been visiting and working with retailers for 20 years, and 99% of them do no prospecting on a regular basis, or at best, they make a few half-hearted efforts here and there. Now, I know that for most people, prospecting can be a big turn-off. It's often the last thing that you want to think about, and yet I know from personal experience that it is the most financially rewarding thing that you can do for your business. So please don't switch off or change channels just yet. Let's take a moment, take a few minutes to watch this video, and I will share 3 things that prevent most people from prospecting and how you can overcome these Goliaths so that you can prospect for new business and grow your business. So what is prospecting? Well, a prospect is someone who is not yet a customer, but who fits your description of your ideal customer. So it makes sense that if you want to grow your business, you need to find more of your ideal customers. And this will involve making regular phone calls, networking, and posting regularly on social media. Now, the most successful people that you probably admire in business all know the power and importance of prospecting. We all admire the likes of Colonel Saunders from Kentucky Fried Chicken, Bill Gates, Microsoft's fame, and Steve Jobs of Apple, and there are many others who kept prospecting over and over again until someone recognized the value of what they were selling and gave them a chance. Even the Beatles went from door to door trying to get a record deal before George Martin gave them a record contract. So we all know this, and yet most of us shy away from this vital ingredient of prospecting. And I believe that there are 3 fears, or Goliaths, if you will, that are preventing you from taking that crucial step in finding new business and growing your business. And the first fear is procrastination. So why do we procrastinate? The single biggest reason why people avoid prospecting is their fear of rejection, or the reason that they procrastinate, which is closely linked to our imagination. Because when it comes to confronting things like prospecting, your imagination weighs in on the side of procrastination, and it will feed your mind with a host of reasons not to take action. We start thinking things like, what if the customer shouts at me? What if they put the phone down? What if they tell people about me and I lose customers? What will they think of me? I'm a successful retailer, so why should I lower myself and beg for business? Besides that, I'm busy running my shop and I don't have time for this. And on it goes. And all the time, your till is being robbed of much needed cash because you keep putting off the inevitable. Now, the antidote for procrastination is to take action. And the longer you wait, the bigger the fear and the more you procrastinate. So take action today. Do something now, do something today. Make that call, post that video, write a blog, whatever it might be. That's the biggest antidote for overcoming procrastination. Now, the second Goliath, or fear that prevents you from prospecting, is likely to be distractions. Now, distractions are closely linked to procrastination, but they are different in that you can actually control them with some careful preparation. Now, I'm easily distracted, and I'll often find all sorts of reasons not to prospect. When I'm meant to be prospecting, I suddenly find myself checking my emails, and I have this desperate need to find out what's happening on social media. And all of this is preventing me from actually finding new customers. Now, as a retailer, there are customers to serve, you've got queries to solve, staff to manage, phone calls to make, tax returns to complete, and the list goes on. And these things are important, and yet none of them will bring you more customers into your store. A distraction is something that prevents you from giving your full attention to something that is really important, like prospecting. And in this case, if it's important for you to gain more ideal customers, more customers coming into your store who want to do business with you, then you need to give it your full attention. So begin by removing all of the things that are likely to distract you. Ask your colleagues to answer the phone, or switch your phone off. Of course, if you're using it, you can't switch it off, but don't answer the phone calls. Ask your staff to serve customers while you're prospecting. And I would set aside a specific time each day to devote to prospecting. That is a number one way of overcoming distractions. And the third Goliath, or fear, that most retailers face when it comes to prospecting is time. You know, this is the most common excuse for not prospecting, and one I've often used myself. And I understand that you're living a crazy busy life and there isn't time to do everything that you need to do, let alone the things that you want to do. And it's not easy to make time for everything you need to do. And when it comes to prospecting, most people find 100 million reasons why not to go out and do prospecting or making those phone calls. And yet, it's one of the most critical things that you need to do. So if you don't have time to prospect, what you're really saying is it's not a priority. You haven't made it a priority. It's only when it becomes a priority in your mind that you will actually make the time for consistent prospecting. And it's only when you recognize the value of prospecting and the danger of what will happen if you don't prospect that you will make it a priority. So I highly encourage you to make prospecting a priority in your life, and I promise you, you will make the time for it. So the 3 prospecting Goliaths that you need to overcome are: number 1, prospecting; number 2, distractions; number 3, time. If you conquer these 3 fears, you will be well on the road to great prospecting, which will lead to a host of new customers, and I know that from personal experience, who will actually want to buy from you. Remember, prospecting is one of the most financially rewarding things that you can do for your business. If you want to grow your business, you want to keep that cash flowing, if you want to keep your shop busy with great customers, pick up the phone and make those calls or post those contents, either videos or blogs on social media. Well, thank you for watching. And by the way, if you happen to be a lighting retailer or an interior designer or perhaps a lighting specifier and you'd like to chat to me about your lighting requirements, please get in touch by clicking on the link below, or you can go to my website, ianrotalic.com, send me a message from there. You can also take a look there at the wonderful lights that we have available for you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Happy prospecting. Bye for now.